how's it match day again? Hello and welcome to Anfield Agenda, where once again Liverpool play football today. Yay, thank God. I couldn't wait to watch more Arne Slot ball. But you are very welcome along to this Liverpool news roundup. My name is Conor. I'm going to take you through all of the latest Liverpool news, including some quotes from the embargoed section of Arne Slot's press conference last night, more confirmation on Antoine Semenyo to Manchester City. We have a little bit on Marc Guehi and a few other bits and pieces as well, and we'll have a look ahead towards tonight's game as well. Hit the like button before we get into it, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and let's jump into the news. Let's start off with Antoine Semenyo then. So David Ornstein this morning has once again confirmed basically what we all knew, that Antoine Semenyo is moving to Manchester City, and he had this to say. Manchester City to complete signing of Antoine Semenyo outside the release clause. Deal worth £62.5 million plus £1.5 million and 10% of future sale profit to Bournemouth. That's quite clever from Bournemouth, to be fair. Like, when Man City do get relegated to League 2, at least Bournemouth will get a few quid when they're forced to sell Semenyo next season, you know. 26-year-old Ghana attacker to join Manchester City from Bournemouth on 5.5-year contract, subject to medical today. Semenyo did, of course, get his fairy tale ending at Bournemouth, scoring the winner last night. I think it was like the 95th minute against Spurs, so I'm sure he'll be happy with that send-off. Incredible player. I would have loved him at Liverpool. It's very sad to see him going to Manchester City, but look, it is what it is. We were hoping we might hijack it towards the end. It does not look like that's coming at all, so it does look like he's off to Manchester City, unfortunately. Sad one, but look, we do have to move on. We'll find another target, I'm sure, but yeah, disappointing to see him go to Manchester City. Some other transfer news this morning then. This is from the Daily Mirror, who say that Marc Guehi is a wanted man this month, and Liverpool could be lining up a £20 million move to sign the 25-year-old England international. It's unlikely that £20 million will be enough, but Crystal Palace are not happy to let Marc Guehi leave for free. We have, of course, in recent days seen Manchester City being linked with him a lot. There's been talk of them wanting to get a move done in January, while other clubs are willing to wait until the summer to hopefully get him for free. Ben Jacobs even went as far as to say that Crystal Palace want more money now than they did in the summer when we agreed a £35 million deal with them. So I think £20 million probably won't get it done. That would be a fair price, in my opinion. £20 million for a player with 6 months left on his deal, I think, is a fair price. But Crystal Palace do hold all the cards here. But then again, they don't want to let him go for free, so maybe this one does rumble on and he does get sold at the end of the transfer window when Crystal Palace don't have as many cards and someone will come in with maybe 15 or 20 million. Hopefully that's us. Can't let him go to Manchester City as well, particularly when we know he wants to join Liverpool. Like, he was basically a Liverpool player in the summer. Go get it done. Just put the money down on the table. We need a centre-back. Marc Guehi is perfect. He's going on the cheap regardless of what the fee is, to be fair. Like, he's worth far more than 20, 30, 40 million pounds, let's be honest. Like, he's an incredible player. He's homegrown. Get it done. Don't let him go to Man City. We just can't let that happen. Now I want to highlight some of the quotes from Arne Slot's embargoed section of the press conference. So these came out late last night. The first one here says, Arne Slot, I did not change our style, but teams have changed their style against us. My football is Liverpool versus PSG. Like, how many times does he have to mention PSG? Like, he just has this massive obsession with PSG. We get it. They're the best team in the world last year. Possibly still the best team in the world. But just get over it. Like, you're Liverpool Football Club manager. Stop fangirling over everyone else. Like, put your own stamp on this team. Just beat the teams in front of you and stop thinking about PSG, for God's sake. Anyway, he did continue. That is how I would love to have every single game, but you need to have two teams to have an open game of football, and not all these things such as long balls and low blocks that don't make a game of football nice. But that's modern football. That's the way it's going. No one wants to rely on set pieces and long throws and all this kind of nonsense, but like, that's effective. Like, it does work, so let's just lean into that. Like, just stop moaning about it and just get on with it. You're the manager, figure it out. He continued to say that margins in football are really small. I'm not saying we deserve to be right up there with Arsenal, not at all, but I can safely and fairly say we deserved more. In a normal world, we would have 6, 8, 9 points more. He avoided saying 6, 7 there. Did you see that? He said 6, 8, 9. I'm talking about the late goals we've conceded. I don't think the gap between them and us is 14 points. Well, it's quite possibly 17 points tonight, Arne, but it is in fact 14 points. So yes, it is 14 points. 14 points behind Arsenal halfway through the season. 14 points. But they deserve to be above us because they have definitely had a better season than us. That's, I think, understatement of the century there, I think, really. Of course, one of the things that leads to such a big margin is something I've said 100 times already, set pieces. Again, banging on about, just figure out the set pieces then. If set pieces are so important, and we've known this from the very start, we've been shit at them, just figure it out. It can't be that hard. Particularly defensively. Like, some of the goals we've conceded this season, it's just like, let's just stick the shortest man on the pitch on their big 6'5" striker. Like, that'll make sense, won't it? My God, like common sense here, lads. Next up then, a report from Lewis Steele, who said that Arne Slot watched Coventry versus Birmingham at the weekend while relaxing and noticed that Frank Lampard's championship pace setters, like Arsenal, have scored 8 more set-piece goals than anyone in the division. It is easier said than done, but it is one thing Slot has pinpointed as a way to close the gap on Arsenal again. Over their 20 games this season, he believes they've only, and I really can't believe this next sentence, so please pay attention to this sentence. Of their 20 games this season, he believes they've only really been outplayed in one. Arne Slot believes we've been outplayed in one game this season. One singular game of football Liverpool were outplayed in this season. Am I losing my mind here? Like, away at Manchester City when they had a goal incorrectly ruled out at 1-0 down. So, like, even in his head, he's like, we could have came back into that game. We've been outplayed, I would say, in probably 18 of our 20 games. I actually can't remember off the top of my head many games where I was like, yes, we 100% outplayed the opposition there, deserved to win that, should have been more goals, but we were unlucky to concede. We only won by 1, but another day it's 4 or 5. Like, it's just absolute bollocks. One game he says we were outplayed in. One fucking game. Like, just stop. Just please stop. This then from Paul Joy says, Arne Slot has acknowledged that Liverpool's performances have been difficult to watch. Yes, they have. But said the unwillingness of their opponents to play like Champions League winners PSG was partly to blame. That's why Plymouth beat us last year. If only likes of Brentford, Wolves, Leeds, all these teams played like PSG, we'd be top of the league, lads. My God, like, what is he on about? Like, I understand in an ideal world every team would play attacking, expansive football, but that's not how it works. Like, just get over it. Just figure out a solution to playing teams who play slightly differently. That's your job. Literally, it's your job. Figure it out, like, my God. Anyway, enough ranting. Some team news ahead tonight then, which is more brilliant news. So, apparently a lot of fans went down to Runcorn train station where the lads were getting onto the train to head down to London last night, and it seemed like Hugo Ekitike, Federico Chiesa and Ibrahima Konate were not spotted getting onto the train. Now, that's not 100% confirmation that they're not in the squad. Ekitike more than likely probably isn't. Chiesa, there's been links with Juventus, and there was some stories breaking last night out of Italy that Richard Hughes would sanction a move for Chiesa once Mohamed Salah comes back. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but if Chiesa is out of the squad today, it might be a minor injury, it might be the fact that his future's up in the air, and he could be leaving in the coming weeks, but we're not really sure. Konate again wasn't spotted. Who knows? Like, we don't know. Like, maybe like they travel down separately if they're getting physio done or God knows what personal reasons. I wouldn't take it as 100% they're out of the squad, but definitely not good news to see that those 3 lads weren't with the squad. Hopefully some of them are there at least, but yeah, not looking good on that front. Just want to finish up the video then with a special announcement from the club this morning. Liverpool have signed Tommy Hilfiger. Liverpool is thrilled to announce a new global partnership with American fashion brand Tommy Hilfiger. Does anyone know, can he play centre back, lads? I've heard of him before. I've heard the name around. I've heard good things, but I don't know how good a centre back he is, to be honest. But we do already have a chant at least. Oh, Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Hilfiger! Oh, Tommy, Tommy. I'm losing my mind here, lads. I'm genuinely losing my mind at this fucking football club. Like, I can't anymore. Like, we're going to get battered tonight. Like, I'm sorry, but we probably are. I would love a victory, but I'm just not optimistic one bit. Score prediction, I'm going to go just 3-2 loss. I'll be optimistic. I'll say we'll score 2, but I can't see a world where we don't concede a couple, and probably all from corners as well, to be honest, just to rub it in, really. So please do let me know your score predictions in the comments below as well. That's all from me this morning anyway. If you have enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button before you head out. Craig will be live this evening from 6:45 for our Arsenal watch along. We'll have the match reaction, the player ratings and all that as well afterwards. Craig is then going on Lee Gunner's channel as well for a fan cam reaction, so please do go check out Lee Gunner's channel as well. There was a video went up last night of Craig and Lee discussing Arsenal and Liverpool before tonight's game as well. That came out last night, so if you haven't seen that, please do give it a look as well. Anyway, that's all from me. Hopefully we can get a result tonight. Again, I'm not too optimistic, but look, who knows, maybe we can pull something out of the bag. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.